Cappy's going to go back to bed after this one. We got a lot of asshole consulting to do. If you have questions, I got answers. As long as you got money at assholeconsulting.com, where I, the world's only professional asshole, America's only older brother, will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, because your parents, teachers, guidance counselors, politicians, Democrats, Republicans, libertarians, media moguls, influencer, YouTube personalities, and are lying to you. They're all lying to you so they can fuck you over and take money. About a good third of this book is going through how older generations fucked over the millennials and screwed them over and enslaved them to themselves. Not to the millennials, to the boomers and the Xers. Oh, I take everybody apart there. And if you would like to have a not fucked up life like the millennials or a single mother or a NEET, if you would like success, go to assholeconsulting.com where you talk to me, somebody who was a loser, a miserable fuck up, who says, hey, wait a minute. I walked through that landmine field and stepped on many landmines. I have a map through that landmines that the boomers, the Xers, and even your own generation, everybody has laid around you to fuck you over. And now you can navigate through that safely by heeding my words and pay me lots of money. And by lots, I mean like maybe you go buy a book for $12.95 telling you not to major in stupid shit. So then you don't go $150,000 in debt to major in stupid shit. And then like the fucking parasite communist piece of shit that you are, demand the taxpayer bail you out. So good morning. All right, let's get to work here. This is from an anonymous person because he's from Norway. He's Middle Eastern ethnic wise, so he'd stand out. But he has a legitimate question, and he's anxious. He's impatient. So I'm gonna get to him. Hi, dude. I'm from Norway. I'm 24 years old and I have a high school degree. I live with my mom and I'm worried about my future. My next plan in life is getting a bachelor's degree. I want to study in America. The plan is going to a community college for a 2-year and get an associate's. That's smart. There you go. Yep. And you know what, dude? You may not even have to go to a community college. You could probably do that from Norway if you're comfy where you are now. Because let's just be honest, the first 2 years of your college degree is going to be bullshit anyway. I suggest maybe you look into attending online because that's all they got right now, frankly. Western Governors University. So Western Governors University is one thing. ASU Online is another. Pretty much every school now is going online because they realize they're fucked. So while you're at the comforts of your own home, you don't have to pay for lodging. You don't have to pay for rent. You don't have to get a car. You don't have to get insurance. All that bullshit. I mean, if you got a good job in Norway right now, I don't know what you're doing work-wise. But if you got a job, you're not paying rent, living with your mom, it might be where I know you want to come to America, but patience will pay off here. Patience will pay off where you attend online through an accredited. That's very important. Accredited. Go to the U.S. Department of Education. They have a list of, or you could search by the name of the school. And you just, or here's another thing you could do is you apply to let's say you go, what did you want to major in? Computer engineering. Okay. So you go online, you do your research, you find out where you want to go to school. And that school should have an online option. And so you apply to that college or university and you just take your online classes through there, which should be cheaper. And you don't have to actually go there. And then when you're ready to finish off your final 2 years, then you come to the United States. You finish off those 2 years. Then you got to pay the rent and everything. And I know maybe you want to visit the U.S. It's enticing. It's exciting. Yeah, I think we have the best country in the world. I don't just say that because of capitalism in America and yay. But there's some really cool and amazing shit here. Not that there isn't. I do want to visit Asia. There's a ton of mountain ranges, China, Russia. I'm sure there's some amazing stuff there, geologically speaking. But we got some pretty cool shit over here. Pretty cool shit. I understand you want to come visit it. But since your goal is education, to save you the money, I'd go online. Ideally at the school you want to go get your engineering degree at. But if it's too expensive, dude, just go to the cheapest accredited online, verify what the school you want to inevitably get your degree at. Like, hey, will these credits transfer? They should, but colleges are known to be fucking dirty pieces of communist shit. So, but even if they all don't transfer, if you knock out your first 2 years or your prereqs online, then you come here, you're going to save yourself a lot of money, a lot of headache and hassle. Respectable university finished a degree. All right, let's talk about the respectable university. It is not, unless you are going to the Ivy League, then it doesn't matter. As long as the school is accredited, that's the main thing. So I would not worry about whether you go to the University of Utah or the University of Virginia or the Georgia Tech. Some carry a reputation of being an IT school, like Georgia Tech, obviously. Illinois Urbana-Champaign, I think it's a public university, and they're pretty highly ranked for IT and engineering. But the truth is, as long as you go to an accredited college and you major in the right thing, that's all that's really going to matter. If you want a respectable university, that in that context or that sense, then you're looking for the Ivy League, Caltech, which may or may not be Ivy League, but Harvard, MIT. Do you want to play that game? Well, be prepared to pay a lot of money. And unless your daddy's rich, I would just go to a regular public university that's accredited and get your degree in computer engineering, because it's going to be your degree, not the college you go to. I want to study computer engineering, but my mom wants me to study chemical engineering. Dude, what's the IQ of you guys? Is it like 800,000? I mean, what's wrong with computer engineering, but then your mom wants to lobby for chemical engineering? I'm not sure both are fine degrees, dude. Both are perfectly fine, very fine, reputable degrees. I'm just kind of curious why your mom has a disdain for computer engineering. Like, oh, that's a shit degree. No chemical. You have to go chemical. I'm not sure what state to study at. Hang on, I got a book for that. Here you go. Here you go. All right, there you go. You read this book. I know it's about where to live inevitably, but this will tell you a lot about America and where to live. It's a short book, not too long, worth your money, but I'll go through it here. I just want to state that it's diverse, minimal racism, good education, cheap living, fees, and good weather. Please help. Okay. Okay. And then we had an additional conversation. I said, well, tell me more. I mean, you are ethnically not from Norway. You are from the Middle East, where it's a lot warmer. And it seems like you don't like the snow and you want to be in the desert. So that anything below the Mason-Dixon line, look it up. It's, the middle of America, basically, you're going to want to go there. So, yeah, you are going to want to avoid the Minnesotas, the Montanas. Washington State's not bad because it's so close to the coast. It's all right. But, yeah, you're just going to want to be in the South. And you said you want to be in the desert? What is it? Oh, you just read Reconnaissance Man. Okay. And I asked you some other questions. I said, where do you want to live? Well, my ultimate goal is to OFC, live in my home country where I was born. I have been there twice and stayed for 5 months total. My whole family is in that country, and they all tell me to finish my studies in Europe or the West before moving back, because this is something the employers treasure. Okay, good. Well, you will have a Western education then. The reason I want to study America is I want to strengthen my English, plus get a good education before I go back. And I always wondered what it's like living in America, the center of the earth. You spelled center wrong. Yeah, you got to improve your English a little bit. Your spelling. Your English is fine. It's actually very good and cogent. You're very well written. You're using wrong letters. Yeah, you'll come and hang out here. I don't know if you'll like it. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I'm the type of guy who's like hip hop and listening to rap music. Oh, you're like a pain in the ass in the Norwegian side, aren't you? Why? Why do you listen to hip hop? You want to major in computer engineering. Your mom wants you to major in chemical. You got to have it. How can you listen to that shit? How? It's not different. It's not unique. The dream would be going to these rap concerts while studying. Oh yeah, man, you could go. Well, not now because of coronavirus, but you'll be able to go. I don't know. And it has nothing to do with rap, but concerts is like, you understand the quality I get out of these headphones right now are a hell of a lot better than anything you're hear in a concert because you're stuck with a bunch of people. You'll get it out of your system. I know. You're young. You want to get you'll have it. You'll have it. You'll come here. You'll be able to listen to a hip hop concert. You'll be fine. This is something I can't do in my home country. Oh yeah, the Middle Eastern. Wait, you mean Norway doesn't have rap concerts, or is it the other country? Smoking weed is illegal. Most girls wear a hijab. Okay, yeah, you're talking your home country. We have split living rooms. So the country is very religious. Go Islam. But this is the country I would like to retire and get married in the end. Yeah, I can't blame you there either. You do not want to marry a Western girl, especially if you're not from the West. Like culturally, if you're not from the West, even if you are from the West, that's why a lot of the guys from the West are like, hey, how those third world people doing? Huh? Oh, she does make a sandwich and she doesn't nag. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll go over there. The women in the West are probably, I'm very curious of your experiences in Norway. I don't know about Norway. I know Sweden is a pain in the ass. But I'm going to guess pretty much every Western country has the women have become, frankly, unmarriageable. So, yes, I agree. I think you should go back. The traditionalism, for whatever drawbacks there is, you can't smoke pot, you can't listen to rap. Okay, fine. But you do get some nice gals that seem to help and support the family. What I want to do? Well, I pretty much want to stay busy and work a lot. Okay, that's good. I was actually debating if I should take engineering and go become a surgeon or a doctor. I went to trade school and worked as a carpenter for a year and a half. Didn't like it because it was cold working. I was like, yeah, I know. That's why I asked about Norway. That's why I got the Southern Command down in the South. Yeah, then you don't like winter. Okay, I got it. Could see myself doing that job in 10 to 20 years. I was working with electricians, got inspired with how cool that trade job was compared to carpenting. Also figured out I could not do trade jobs because I would not get the respect of my family in the middle. Oh, fucking Christ, this shit again? Okay, look, dude. This is something that has to be purged. I'm not saying from other cultures and other countries, but if you're going to be in the West, at least appreciate what the West offers to the globe, and that is independence, or at least it used to be. Okay, independent thought. You live your dream. You do what you want to do. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being a carpenter or a tradesman or electrician. And maybe if you want to be an electrician, go be an electrician. But there's this holdover, this outdated, obsolete, frankly, tyrannical holdover that I see with a lot of my Asian. It's across the fucking continent. Maybe not so much Russia or the Western, but certainly the Far East Asia and the Mid East and India and all that. Basically all of Asia that's not Russia or Ukraine. And you're all like, oh, I would bring shame on my family. Why? Because you're an electrician making money supporting yourself? What's wrong with that? You're not a fucking slave to your parents. You're not. I had the Iranian dude come over. Parents fucking disowned him because he went from majoring in pre-med, he was going to become a doctor, and he majored in chemical engineering. And that was so much shame that the family fucking disowned him. He had to live out of his fucking SUV. Now, not my culture, not my town, not my family, but tell him to fuck off. If you want to be an electrician, go be an electrician. You want to be an electrical engineer, go be computer engineer, go be a computer engineer. If your mom's, you're going to bring great shame. It's like, do I collect money from you? Do I rely on you? Am I a parasite upon the family? No, I make my own fucking money. Well, then fuck off. And what angers me most about this Asian fucking culture, this aspect of it, I like the other aspects of working hard and math and all that, is it's like they don't love their kids. Like it's all about their fucking ego. And what did my child do? And what did my son do? Not what did Rob do? What did Frank do? Who happens to be my son? Oh, look at Frank go. Look, Frank's a great, yeah, he can wire up your house. Yeah, makes $80,000 a year. Good guy. Yeah, right. Because what? They got to do a dick comparing competition against your uncles? My son's a fucking doctor. Whap, whap, whap. Oh, yeah, my son's a fucking NASA engineer. Whap, whap. Is this a bunch of Asian old men whacking their dicks against each other's faces because their sons or daughters went off and become my son's a brain surgeon. Whap, whap, whap. Oh, yeah, my son's a astronaut, doctor, heart surgeon. Whap, whap, whap. I know it's not your question, but God, it pisses me off. Studying Fish High School, Poland, worked at a restaurant, clothing store, ended up losing all, moving back to mom's. No big grins while studios after I did not fit. Restaurant fired me after we told the daily manager to fuck off. Yeah, there's a little bit of American in you. Good. First of all, I know that's doing second of all, demand respect. You're not gonna get respect, dude. You're a 24-year-old that lives at home. You got to earn respect. That ghetto culture, your rap culture, knock that shit off right now. You can listen to rap, nothing wrong with listening to rap. I don't like it, but you can listen to it. But this ghetto culture, look, you come over here in the United States with that fucking attitude. You go anywhere with that fucking attitude. I demand respect. Why? You're a loser that lives at home. That's the truth. That's what it is. If I see a problem, I try to fix it. If everyone does not agree and does not come with a reason why, it kind of makes me go crazy. I don't like drama and talking to stupid people. Very open minded, have a hard time making a decision on what to do. Okay. So your degree choice is fine. It's outstanding. Perfectly fine. Based on your writing, your English is great, by the way. You just spell things wrong. It's minor. It's very minor. And you got a little bit of attitude that it's like, yeah, you probably fit in the United States. You'll be okay. So there's nothing wrong with your degree. You get your 2 years out of the way. I think you should do that online. It's up to you. But then the state you want to study at. So we know you want to be Southern. And I talked to you. I said, do you want to go skiing or do you want to ride four-wheelers off in the desert? You want to live in the desert. So, and given where you're from originally or ethnically speaking, what I'm going to recommend is the American Southwest. Because it's warm. It's nice there. You won't be shingling in winter. And you got a couple towns that you could choose from. The main states are going to be Nevada and Arizona. And you could maybe do New Mexico. New Mexico's a shithole. And the only town there is Albuquerque. And Albuquerque's a shithole. I like Albuquerque, though, but I don't know. You got Sandia Mountain. That's about it. With Vegas and Phoenix, those are the two main towns I'd recommend. Maybe Flagstaff, Arizona, though it does get cold there. You're going to be in the South. It's going to be warm. Plenty of accredited colleges there. Arizona State University, UNLV, they have programs that are going to be qualified, reputable. But I think you're going to get a lot of American culture and you're going to see some of the best stuff. Now, I always say Vegas is the best place for a couple of reasons. One, the flights are cheap because everyone wants to come into Vegas or wants to visit in Vegas. So flights are dirt cheap. But by the converse or the reverse, flights out of Vegas are cheap. See what I'm saying? So if you want, I don't know, let's say you want to go to Milwaukee. I don't know why you'd want to go to Milwaukee. There's nothing there except a bunch of dumb, dopey, single-parent Germans. But let's say you want to go to Milwaukee. All right. The flights are cheap. You want to go to Portland. I don't know why you want to go see a bunch of tetanus-infested people shitting in the streets, liberal arts majors, but you want to go to Portland and just feel superior about yourself. Flights are cheap. But then also, regionally speaking, you can drive to the Grand Canyon in 4 hours. You can get to Arizona, which is beautiful. You could go to Zion. You can go to Utah. Has a lot of great, that's the true American West. Not terribly a lot of stuff around Vegas itself. Some great hiking, don't get me wrong. But the great American national parks are within a day's drive easily, unless you want to get far north. Also, no state income taxes in Nevada. I don't know how your tax situation will work out. And then you have Vegas itself, big major metro city. You can see Vegas. You go to the casinos. All right, you get that out of your system, and you'll be bored with downtown Las Vegas. You'll be bored with the strip after like a week. You're like, okay. But then the town itself is viable. It's a great town, wonderful town, great town to be in. Phoenix, kind of everything I said, but a little bit further south to the United States. So now you got to kind of drive. Flagstaff would be all right, but it's up on a plateau. So it does get cold there, but nowhere near as cold as Norway. Nowhere near as cold as Norway. You could go to Texas, all right? And then once we cross the Rockies, we get to the eastern half of the United States. I'm not saying that there's not great towns that you wouldn't enjoy or great schools, but there's not the mountains. There's not the adventuring. You're now entering the eastern half. Texas is a great state, fun time. It's too flat for me. If you're not a big mountain climber and you just want to enjoy wide open territory with no trees, not necessarily desert, though they do have that too, Texas might be something to consider. Dallas is a great town. San Antonio is a great town. Stay the fuck out of Austin. Austin has great music. I'm sure they have great, but it's a bunch of liberal Marxist pieces of shit. So I'd stay out of that. Houston's just a big oil town, essentially close to the coast. I don't know. I mean, it's there. And then I'd avoid the Alabamas and Mississippis. It's hot and humid. They got alligators. I'll talk about this. Your concern about racism. That's not a thing here in the United States. That's more of a political movement that socialists use to blame everybody for. You're not going to be discriminated against. And if you are discriminated against, it's going to be by some low IQ dipshit who doesn't have any effect or control over your life. If you come here, you're probably likely going to have all the leftists suck your dick and say, oh my God, oh, you're amazing and wonderful because you're brown. But those aren't your friends. They're using you. And whatever, you're not going to face racism here. You're just not. It doesn't exist except among incredibly stupid, inconsequential non-people in power. Fine, a douchebag dude, bro, from the frat calls you something. I don't know whatever. I can't say it. They call you a sand something. Oh my God, are you not going to be able? No, he's a dick. You must have dicks in Norway and your national home country. There has to be dicks over there. They're just dicks. You're not going to be discriminated against. Don't worry about it. But you might run into some closed-mindedness, if that's a better way to put it, if you run into Alabama and Mississippi. And even then, you're not really. But there's nothing there in Alabama, Mississippi. Louisiana, But you go a little bit further east, then there's Florida. Now, this is up to you. Florida is not the desert, okay? There's no dunes or anything like that, but it's very populated. Lot of culture, very unique culture. Lots of great restaurants, lots of nice beaches, lots of great towns. If you like smoking cigars or a pipe, that is heaven. There's a big cigar culture there. There's also big dancing, Latino culture down there for the music, but I prefer it for the dancing and the women. Women are just pretty. They're pretty women down there. The Latinas, I mean. They're getting fatter because, yeah, sure, why the hell not? Why should we stay thin? Because reasons, feminism, big is beautiful. But there's still a little bit for a younger man, you know, if you go to Miami, Fort Lauderdale. I prefer Tampa, St. Petersburg. That might be a little bit too old for you. But there's some fun shit going on in Florida. And so you could find yourself a qualified computer engineering program there. But what would be ideal, you read this book, and if you could make a month-long travel here and check out Florida, just all the southern stuff. Don't even bother with the northern half. I don't care where Yellowstone National Park is. You ain't going to Wyoming. Trust me, you don't want to go to Wyoming or Montana or Idaho. But I'd scope out Florida if you got a little bit of time, see if you like it. And then I'd fly to Vegas and I'd go drive around, check out stuff out there. But if knowing you as little as I know you and kind of what you want, I would really seriously look at UNLV and look at Vegas as a place to live, or at least go to school, because there you're set. You could go to California. The Pacific is only like 5 hours away. You got all the national parks. Vegas is about the most American city you'll find. You got cheap flights to go everywhere else. So that's kind of what I'd recommend for that state. Good education, as long as it's accredited, cheap living fees. Florida and Vegas are pretty cheap. You don't want to go to California. You do not want to go to California. Texas is also cheap. Tennessee might be your cup of tea as well, but it's not hot or dry. It does get a little bit humid. And good weather. Yeah, Just stay south of the Mason-Dixon. You'll be fine. And so there you go. Can't tell you what college to go to, but do go to the United States Department of Education. They have a website. Make damn sure your degree is accredited. Regionally accredited. There's 6 regional accreditation bodies in the United States. And you definitely want to make sure you go to an accredited college. And so, yeah, there you go. But say all the money you're going to save not paying rent, take that money, travel around well, not all of it, but take a fraction of it, travel around the United States, see where you might like Florida, Texas, Vegas, Phoenix. Phoenix gets hot. But I think you'd be all right there. Okay, good. We got that one. All right. Any super chats? We good? Dang it. Judd's in the house. There they say, see, this is how you guys get me. Eric Burns Marsh for $5. All you are oppressed. You need to liberate yourselves by quitting your job. Sign Alexandria from the Bronx. Oh, Cortez. Yes. You just need a rich dad like her so you can go major in worthless shit. That woman has never worked a day in her life. If you look at her background, it is just shocking. Like government grants to go write children's books. Like this woman never worked a day in all. But hey, the Latina knows everything. That must be why foreign Latin countries headed up by female presidents are the global dominant superpowers they are. The huge economic engines, the global economic engines they are today. Not Marxist leftist shitholes. Judd Grover for $2. Parents did their thing. Your turn to do your thing now. What, they bred? Can't that be said of everything? Oh, they bred. Now it's my turn. All right. So we took care of that. Submit payment for email. Okay, he wants an email response. So, K. Lou, I'll get to your email here. I'll just mark that. This guy already answered. Contact is okay. So Tyler, 2 cents. Did I answer this? Okay, I did. So that's good to go. I can archive that. Aaron, are you using your podcast just to do asshole consulting and clean up? Yep. That is that. That is that. Video response, $43. Okay, this comes from a young lady over in Oz, and I charged her extra because she wrote just all text with no paragraphs, which our Norwegian buddy, he did use paragraphs, which indicates, again, I'm going to have the paragraph test. If you're smart, use paragraphs. If you're not, you don't. You just blather it on. Okay, a young lady writes, hey there, Cappy, returning customer here. I'm a 22-year-old female from Australia and in need of some reassurance in regard to the direction I'm considering in life. I believe that I have been raised with the correct mentality of working hard, smart, and enjoying the luxuries that self-employment and capitalism provides. I have an IQ of 123. I realized at 16 that the university was an absolute waste of time, money, and mental energy. Yes, it is. These days, I'm even charging some of my peers that need their assignments completed in order to pass classes. Although I'm confident that I could perform well and study a worthy degree, I prefer to work hands-on and enjoy mental activities for leisure. Why study for 5 years when I could be doing that in my spare time, have a stable job, and earn money? I was previously employed full-time as a professional pastry chef and initially had a realistic goal to open up a small, successful business in the future. My entire immediate family have a working-class background and have owned successful businesses for decades as butchers, plumbers, gas fitters, carpenters, and electricians. I now realize how shitty the hospitality industry is for an almost infinite amount of reasons, to which I'm sure you're already aware. And believe me, I'm refraining diligently from writing a novel-length rant to you. I cannot help but feel I may have wasted time. No, you didn't waste time. You went and became a pastry chef. You made money, and you found out you didn't want to become a pastry chef. People who waste time collect welfare, breed kids they can't afford, and collect a government check, and then watch TV. Even if you fail, or it's not even failing, you tried something that didn't work. That is success. How do you think I became successful? I didn't just like poof. I tried several things, most of which, well, half of which failed, half of which stuck actually, by the way. And that is the key to success is failure. But if you're just sitting at home watching TV, collecting a government check, you're not even failing, which is horrible. You just exist, which once again, if that's your life, put a bullet in your head because there's no reason for you to go on. You tried, you failed, and in failing, you succeeded. Now you're not even that old. How old are you? You're 22. Dude, imagine these people that go to college, get their doctorates and the whatever worthless degrees they're getting. And then at the age of 26, like a lot of times teachers will do this. Though. It's been my dream to be a teacher. And then their first day of student teaching, they cry and crack and they don't want to become teachers. Those fuckers wasted their lives. They failed. You didn't. You made money. What are your thoughts on my plan for starting a 3 to 4 year apprenticeship to becoming a locksmith? They do not provide this in trade schools in my state, so I will have to travel 3 times a year for a few weeks to another state. Although I've traveled internationally in the past with friends, traveling alone makes me nervous as I'm a homebody. However, I think it will be healthy for me to leave my comfort zone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I see the trades as recession-proof, which is extremely relevant towards Australia's current economic climate, perhaps even the globe. It is not labor-intensive for women and has a large market considering it's not just cutting keys or fixing locks, but installing alarm systems, vaults, safes, and CCTV for houses, shops, banks, and schools. Apprentice wages start lower, but after researching and discussing with tradesmen, it is the second largest profitable trade after plumbing, especially if you own a business from your house, van, or a shop. Yeah, if you run your own shop. I already personally know a locksmith who has shown me some things, and my intrigue has grown. Thank you for spending the time to read this and for providing honest content on the YouTubes. Okay, I said, why not? Okay, with that IQ, why not STEM? Okay, and the reason why is my problem is you're taking 3 to 4 years to learn how to be a locksmith. No, that sounds like a scam school, frankly. Unless you need to be licensed, unless this is a requirement by the Australian government, you become a locksmith by going and doing locksmith things, by installing things. Maybe there's a training program. Maybe there's a weekend seminar you take on how to set up CCTVs. But a 3 to 4 year degree, and then I'm like, well, why? Okay, 3 to 4 years. Why don't you just become an engineer? I thought of locksmithing since there seems to be little competition. I already know someone involved and it's not labor intensive compared to equally or higher paying trades. I enjoy waking up early, going to the gym, and physically working hard rather than studying for long periods of time. Are you hot and single? Because I got some buddies over here that probably like to meet you. Perhaps I'm just lazy in that regard. I cannot stay focused for too long and like to move around doing work in the real world. Maybe I should consider STEM nonetheless. I'd love a video response. I've sent the money. Okay, thanks again. All right. I looked up locksmithing, and you know what? Let me do this again because that's Australia. Okay, pay scale. Locksmith hourly pay in Australia. The median is $23. What's the US Australian dollar? US dollar to AU dollar. 1.5 Australian. Oh, God, you got to divide that by 1.6? You guys don't make that much. No, a locksmith does not make that much money. They don't. Like I said, I would not go to school 3 to 4 years for this. I wouldn't. I'm not saying don't do it. It's a perfectly fine trade. People need locksmiths, but are you okay making, what is it, in Australia, $23 an hour median? That's median. And the high pay, $30.80. Let me divide that. 31 divided by 1.6. It's $19 an hour. You can probably make that babysitting. That's the high end. I mean, if you want to run your own shop and employ people and make a lot of money, okay, there's a way to do that. There's a way to make the trades pay more than what the average schmo makes. But, and there's no, as long as you don't go to college 3 to 4 years for that bullshit, I think you can learn to pick up a trade and a skill and maybe go work it for a little bit like you did a pastry chef and find out. But I don't think you're going to make 100,000 Australian, let alone US, becoming a locksmith. I mean, do you want to get married and have kids? There's nothing wrong with being a locksmith. Okay, that's cool. Then go find a husband and be a fucking wife and be a fucking mom. There's a job. Holy shit. Who knew that was a job? Maybe you could be a wife and maybe be a mother. I mean, do you want to have kids? Because this is a nice little, this will get you by. This is a nice little thing to get you by until you find a husband and he takes care of you, frankly. All right. If you don't want to get married, this will support you. You won't be rich. You'll be all right. Nothing wrong with it. And if you do it right, maybe you run your own company, you'll make a lot of money. Yeah. I don't think more than 100,000 Australian. But with that IQ, I mean, if you want to make a certain amount of money, I would just knock it the fuck off with the laziness. And, I don't like doing it. Yeah, I do it. I understand. I was a solid BC student and I didn't like college either. But you know what? You make money doing shit nobody else wants to do. That's how it works. How do all the trophy wives get all the rich men? Because they do things most women don't want to do. They stay thin, they diet, and they work out. That's how they get the guys. How do all the men make all the money? Well, we go and major in the hard shit and the engineering and the math and the science. And then some of us join the military and get shot at. Some of us become cops. Some become linemen. And then we get paid extra money. Because for every one of us, there's 1,000 fucking education majors who want to work with their children. So I would not go to school. It's a fine profession. Nothing wrong with it. But I wouldn't go to school for it. I wouldn't pay the money for it. So there you go. All right, what time was that? What are we at? Where's the recording? Oh, 36 minutes. Okay, hang on. Do I want to do this? Let's do this the right way. I got to do this the right way. Maybe I'll take a break. I'm going to take a break here after this. Everyone take a break. Break time. There I am. God, do I look like shit. Holy cow. All right, that came in. I'm just going to email her and let her know what time it came in. Well, I answer your question at about the 30-minute mark. Best of luck. Go find a husband. Isn't it sad that's an insult now? You should go find yourself a husband and have some kids. You should go fall in love and then make little pieces of shit to fall in love with you too, but in a motherly, childlike way. You should be loved. You should go find love and be loved. Don't tell me what to do, you sexist misogynist. All the Karens in the world will die. All the Karens in the world will die. Let me send this to the other dude. Okay, so I took care of that gal. Archive. We'll take care of this. I didn't want to mention his name because he probably stands out. If he's all worried about racism, maybe he experienced something over in Norway. Listen. Your question. It's still live as I'm sending this here. There we go. Boom, done. All right, now I can delete that one. It's all about having a clean email account, guys. All the emails are gone. Just have a blank slate. All right, we're going to archive that. Holy shit. What's with the fucking super chats all of a sudden? Got hiccups. Australians die of hiccups. Did you know that? Hanging out with Adam Piggott. Oh, it's like, oh God, mate, it hurts. Like, what, the hiccups? No, it hurts, man. Oh God. He's like, what, are you gonna die? He died from the hiccups. Oh. Oh, he's such a great guy, man. They got a case of the hiccups and he died. He's Australian. He can't handle it. All right, you You bastards. What do we got for the super chats going on now? Churchill, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. May I point out again the silver dollar bikini, which was a brilliant idea and profitable, just not profitable enough. Wasn't worth my time. That didn't work out for me. That was it. And you all think I'm weird for that. Oh, look at that crazy guy over there doing that funny thing. Oh, then the next sentence out there, how does he do it? Why does he get to ride around in his motorcycle all the time? Why does he get to sleep in and do podcasting from his pajamas with a hat? By the way, the hair is going away. The hair is becoming a royal pain in the ass. I'm going to be getting rid of it. Go back to a regular haircut. Judd Grover for $5. Was talking parental hypocrisy. Some good intentions, but stop this control freak BS. They rebelled against their parents. Ironically, don't want you to. Yeah, that's in regards to the predominantly Asian immigrant or Asian community, whether you're here or not. I just, as an American, that drives me fucking nuts. My parents trying to tell me what to do and think, like predominantly like with religion. Hey, Dad, you watching? Dad, right there. There you go, Dad. I love my dad. But I remember I went to college. And this is why it's so vital, guys. It's so vital you support yourself. Now, I know that's very hard nowadays with rent because you millennials voted for Obama to flood the economy with a bunch of money. Oh, my God, housing prices went up and rents went up. Now you can't afford rent. Oh, geez, did you shoot yourself in the dick? Yes, you did, because you guys are millennials. And you know everything except economics and inflation and hyperinflation and rent and the housing market. But back in the 90s, I went to college and there was no help. There was no money because they didn't have any. It wasn't like they were keeping it from it. There was no money. And there still is no money. I'm not going to be heir to the great Clary fortune. That's not going to happen. It's all me. And I was paying for my food, clothing, rent, shelter, tuition, car, insurance, gas, every fucking thing. Foreign concept to you suburb girls. And how are you and Jesus? He'd always ask me, how are you and Jesus? Great. We went to the strip club. Got some hookers. You going to pay me to go to church? No, because I need that fucking hour to study and work. And it's a very simple delineation. It's a very simple position. You don't help me. I don't depend. There is no dependency. So I am a truly free man. Oh, woman. You can be a woman and support yourself. Oh, woo, Cappy. No, I'm serious. There's some really kick-ass chicks that I worked with. They supported themselves. I know that. But nowadays, you wonder. Yeah. And then it was such a funny thing. Like, oh, you'd like me to go to church? That's nice. That's really nice. That's cute. That's quaint. Anything else? It's like Crap Gang and Kelly's Heroes. I need 5 Thompsons, 3 bazookas. I need some armor. That's nice. Anything else? I need the field reports of intelligence in this area. I need it in the next 15 minutes. What's in it for me? And it's like, that's what it is. All right. If you all haven't seen it, you all got to watch Kelly's Heroes. Okay. Everybody got to go watch Kelly's Heroes. And Crap Game is the true American. He's the true, because it's like, what's in it for me? I don't need you. What the fuck you coming to me? What you want me to do something? What's in it for me? Don Rickles. Yeah. Don Rickles is great. That's nice. What's in it for me? And that's the American, or at least it used to be, where it's like, no, I'm not going to. And the reason I'm not going to is because I am not owned by you. I don't rely on you. I'm independent. I don't need you. If I want to do it, it'll be out of my own choice and free will. And apparently modern day Americans don't understand that. And foreigners can't understand this concept of free will and self-ownership. Like, what does the community think? The community can all line up and I'll come around and run it and slap my dick around their faces. Just like that. Juan Cabrera, our second string quarterback in the Latino National Football League. Everyone in the trades, including myself, make more money than college graduates. Yes, that is true. The only degree I'm considering is for petroleum engineering. Yeah, but Juan, if you're already making that kind of money, why? I mean, you're an accomplished mechanic. What? I mean, unless for intellectual interest, why would you bother with it? You know, DeLon for 12. I'm sorry, for $5. I work downstream and don't know a single guy who is in a six-figure, bro. Most with no degree. We are still profitable even in these markets. Yep. But DeLon, those guys have benefited unfairly because of the patriarchy and because of institutional sexism. And Tina, the sociology majoring ditz who can't do long division, let alone know the difference between a million and a billion and a trillion, she needs some of your money so she can go help work with the children's. Which no one's doing now. We're finding out we don't need teachers. Hey, look, day what, 30? And we don't need teachers? How's it coming? Is everyone still getting educated? Huh? At the school? Oh, maybe we should sell the schools and turn them into condos? Huh? Adriano Ramos, our buddy in Perth. How do you like your steaks done, Cappy? Medium. Yeah. I know a lot of people like them rare. I'm kind of, I don't want to die of food poisoning. I know there's a very low chance of it. I just, I like them medium. I like them cooked. I don't like seeing pink. Just a touch of pink. Otherwise, no, I like my meat cooked. Oh, I cooked the hell out of you. Dude, get food poisoning once and you'll make sure everything is like nuked to the fucking ground. Like, nope, that shit is fucking cooked. And I do like sushi though. And I do like my poke bowl. God, I haven't had poke bowl in a month. Oh, so we got that. Let's all take a break and I'll be back. You know what I hate? I don't know what it is. I got tags in my boxer shorts. I don't know why they put tags in box. Why do they put tags in anything? Right on the. I can't even. And then they make them indestructible, so you can't just rip them off. There we go. Remember the 80s? You could rip off your tags. Mom would get so pissed off. Why are you ripping off your tags? Because there's this thing shoved up my ass that I didn't want. What is this? Why? What is the point of this? And there's another one. Like this is the long tag. Then there's the one that goes horizontally. And I don't know why, but I don't feel them for the first couple of months you're wearing your clothes. And then all of a sudden they get a stick up their ass and they start scratching at you like a cat. And then you got to pull them out. And then I'm pulling them out. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. Why are you going to rip your boxer shorts? Like, they last 2 years at it. What? So what? There's a little rip in my boxer shorts? So what? No one sees it. Like if I was ripping a tie or a suit, I could see that. But what is this? What? Why do I have to know what this is? All these symbols? This is written in Japanese and 5 other languages? Can't even read it, the font so small. What if? Probably some regulation. Sorry, I really hate tags. Really hate tags. Okay, hang on. Okay. Type 1 in the chat room. If you hated tags, you tear them out and your mom gave you shit about it. Like your mom, why are you ripping out your tags? I want to see what. I'm just going to wait here. I'm going to wait for it. I'll pull up the next request. He wanted an email response. Oh, Christopher Bell. Okay, Chris. 1, 2. What's 2? Yeah. See, everybody had their mom yell at you because you're ripping out the tags. Here's Juan Navarro, our 4th, 6th, 7th string quarterback. That being said, my parents encouraged ripping the tags. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, literally. One, but tells her how to do a laundry. Hey, where's that buffalo from, Chintz? Is that over South Dakota or North Dakota? Hey, here's Rahul, our buddy over in India. I don't know, maybe he's not in India. He's originally from India. He may be somewhere else. Nope. Okay, now hang on. Here's the communist. Here's the Andrea. Tags are important for washing and carriage. No, they're not. What? You take your clothes, you throw them in the laundry. Everything's medium warm temperature, medium amount of detergent, medium amount of time, and everything is fine. I was in Wyoming for 8 months, living in Casper, Wyoming. Then I moved to Buffalo, and I was doing my laundry, and then a gal came over and visited one time, girlfriend, and she says, "Where's your laundry detergent?" And I'm like, "It's there." She goes, "This is softener." I'm like, "Oh." So I've been doing laundry with softener for 8 months. And you know what? The world didn't blow up. Hang on, let me look. It's still there. The world's still there. We're still fine. Everything's fine. We're doing okay. Aaron washed his laundry on medium for 8 months with softener. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. The world didn't blow up. We don't need tags. All right. Let's get back here. Nope. Oh. Deal on for $5. The company I work for posted $300 million in a single day on the oil contango. I got the hiccups. Dang it. Little guys are going to get picked apart and eaten alive by the bigs. Good, fine. As the prices are lower. I hope you big, large oil companies go and buy the assets of the small oil companies and then leverage them for huge economies to scale to lower the price of gas into the future. I want the most optimal, efficient thing possible so that my prices are low and my standards of living are high. And for all you dipshit liberal arts majors, all you communists out there, the little guys are going to get screwed. No, they don't. Fine. Those individual little guys who could not compete fail. And then the little people, meaning the poor, now have their purchasing power increased by 3% in 1 year. They get a raise of 3% because the large oil companies were able to deliver oil at a much lower price because of the economies of scale and the efficiency. Where's Kevin McComber? I kind of miss our punching boy, our socialist punching boy. All right. Hang on. Let me get this. Oh, give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to do several things at once so I can have free time so I can take a day off. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to spend time with my girlfriend. Hey, Josh Landruman's in the house. All right. It is 53 minutes. Okay, I'm going to respond to Chris now. Hey, answering your question. 53:30 here. Who knows? Maybe he's tuning in live. See, now it saves me time. Now I can delete this email and I feel much better. All right. Oh, dang it. I deleted it. Dang it. I got to read the email too. Hang on. Where did Chris's email go, Chris? Darn it. If you want to know what the life of I want to be an influencer. Yeah, this is it. We didn't find anything. What do you mean you didn't find anything? I just deleted it. Perodin. The problem with Microsoft Outlook is when you delete it, it doesn't put it at the top. Oh, you deleted it at this time. It says, oh, this email came in at this time and you deleted it. So now we're going to end of freedom. And he was a military guy who set me straight on the retirement program of the military. All right. Okay. You know what? I'm sorry. Chris, I apologize. He just want to know about how to publish online. So let's get rid of this here. Hang on. Let me clean this out so you guys can see me in all my glory. There you go. Look at that. All right. Advice on becoming a publisher. He wants to write military science fiction. And for those of you who are interested in military science fiction, I cannot recommend enough that you go to noncommunistsciencefiction.com, because most people who write science fiction are communists. Look at Star Trek. Okay. My buddy, Michael Kingswood, he's written a bunch of books and literally a bunch. I'm amazed the production level that he has. But go to noncommunistsciencefiction.com. But in terms of generally publishing online and publishing in general, the old model is dead. Not only do you not want to work with New York publishing houses, you just want to tell them to fuck off. You're going to make more money doing it yourself. Those assholes not only are elitists and they'll give their cousin or their nephew or their daughter the publishing rights to some fucking worthless book. The pay is shit too. Amazon has a great deal. Amazon is very fair, very fair. And there are other publishing platforms you could publish on, like Kobo and what other ones. But you always, if you are an aspiring author, you want to go self-published. Okay. Because if anything, if you're going to, quote, make it big, and that is even not a thing anymore, because so what? You're Penguin. Eat my dick. I sold a book directly to people and they liked it. The ideal world is you go and publish some books yourself. They gain some notoriety. Then Simon & Schuster is knocking at your door, or what is it, a Penguin or Macmillan or whatever. And even then, if you look at their books, like, you can go online. You could go online. I'm a self-published author. Look at Rollo Tomasi. Look at Jack Donovan. You look at the number of the reviews and their volume of sales. They're beating the old school New York publish housing, nepotistic assholes. So you don't need to go through the New York. So just avoid that. Just avoid that. So you write your book. Another thing, bang out your book quickly. Do not do Brian from Family Guy where you're writing it for 3 years. Okay. You're going to hunker down. It's going to be a full-time, part-time job. And you tell your wife or your significant other or your family or friends, I'm going to be doing this. Like, you're joining a religion religiously. Like, I'm committing to this and doing this. And I'm not asking for your support. I'm asking you to leave me the fuck alone. That's another thing. And you just bang it out every day, every day, every day. And then what would normally take the average person 3 to 4 years to write, it takes you 4 to 6 months to write. This book, I'll show you my 2 largest books. This one, 400 odd pages. This took about 4.5 months. This book, 500 pages, took 3 months. And the reason why is I was bivouacked and sequestered a security guard gig where I made $16 an hour to sit at a desk for 16 hours a day. You bang it out. You get it done. It's not ooching into the water. You jump right the fuck in. You get it done. Boom, you're done. All right. So that's another thing about publishing. Then I go with Amazon. And you want to do all 3 formats. You want to do Kindle, paperback, and Audible. I have people that I can recommend for Audible to do your narration. Jack Napier is one of them. So if you want to check out Jack Napier over on YouTube, even though he's a European socialist, he's not a socialist. He's just European, which makes him socialist in a certain way, just not philosophically individually. He chooses not to be socialist, even though his countrymen are all socialist pussies. So you do all 3 formats because you'd be amazed how little overlap. You think, oh, somebody wants to read this book, so they'll read it in any format. Nope. There are diehard Kindle readers. There are diehard I need a dead tree version. And there are diehard Audible. And I'm one of those guys. Like, You give me this. If you gave me my own book, Aaron, you should read this book. I'd be like, fuck no. That's thick and it's long, and I'd have to sit a long ass time. You pipe it through these babies, I'll listen to anything. I even listened to Turd Flinging Monkeys, 13 Rules for Not Being a Cuck. Not a bad book. Pretty good effort. Pretty good effort. Not bad. I'm going to review it later. But you will increase your sales not threefold, paper, audio, and Kindle. But you'll increase it 250%. There's that little overlap. Like, people really want in other words, the format is more important than even the content of the book, which is sad, but that's how it works. But that's good news for you because you just make more money. What else? You do not want to digital rights management. When you go through Amazon, they're going to want to say, do you want to enable digital rights management? I think you do. I can't remember because every time I publish a book, it asks me this question. I'm like, and they have to read it very carefully and clearly, because if you do the wrong thing, which at this moment in time, I don't know what it is, enabling or not enabling, that basically, do you want to give away your shit for free? Which you absolutely do fucking not want to do. It's like libraries. I love it. And this has happened twice now, where a Karen the librarian, Baron the librarian Karen found my book. He's sexist. He tells men to look out for women and divorce. And I'm not going to have it in my library. And it's like winning on all accounts, because like, oh, so you are a Nazi and you are burning books and you are against the freedom of speech at a public library. But then at my own, not expense, but my own financial interest, you're not going to give away my book for free? You're not lending out my book? You don't want your book at libraries. Abso-fucking-lutely not. No. The girls, the American female song, American women's song, back in, the 20-something in the teens, back when you were a kid. Do you remember the song? It was called No, 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 no. That's the song you sing when libraries want to have your book. You want to not be in the library. You want to, and thankfully, good reading is controversial. It's not just feel-good shit, that, although that does sell a lot, but that shit is what makes it in the libraries, the feel-good shit. You want the hardcore, badass, like a twinge of an ism. If you get a twinge of something that's villainous today, or a criminal today, or forbidden, or verboten. Oh, he said something about the Womans. He said something about the blacks. He said something about, even if it's true and accurate, and minorities and women who are true aficionados of reading literature might enjoy it because it's a little, oh, hey, yeah, it's different, man. You don't want to be the suck up. You want to have a book that's confrontational, controversial, that no library is going to take, because then everyone's got to buy it. See? I just feel bad for all the authors, because, sometimes I'll be like, I could get that at the library. I'll be honest though, I did pay for Turd Flinging Monkey. He sent me the audio files for his books. Like, you know what? I could spend the $6.95 on the book. TJ Martinell, tjmartinell.com, by the way. You could spend the money on his books. And so, but the last thing you want is your books there. And then the key thing, this is more important than writing the book itself, is marketing. You want to write a book that is marketable and has a niche. You want to know the podcasters, the YouTubers, the bloggers who will then promote the book. Where you contact you, they're not too big, like, because this book, How Not to Become a Millennial, I'm not going to pull it up. I looked for largest Gen Z influencers, and you're not going to reach them. They have millions of followers. Your email is not going to get through. And I don't know if you'd even want to get through to like a generally like, the most popular Gen Z or the most popular Gen Xer. Well, they have to be so diluted as a social media person, like PewDiePie. PewDiePie, I don't get me wrong, I like him, but he's kind of bland. He's kind of general. He's not a specific niche. Now, it plays well to him as a personality online. But if you want to advertise a very niche book, probably not going to happen. So now that you're in military science fiction, there's a community online and you should spend the money. Here's another thing you should do. You should have a job that pays enough money for you to support yourself and then finance a little bit of a budget that you can actually water and fertilize and irrigate and promote your book so that it might grow into a good seller and make some profit. Because if you're not willing to drop the money, like I spent some money on Better Bachelor, go to Better Bachelor over on YouTube, by the way. I will drop money on Terrence Pop. I will drop money on Rollo Tomasi. I'll drop money on Rich Cooper, even though he's bald and Canadian. Which, you kind of get he's bald and Canadian. Ryan Stone, just regular Canadian. Like, okay, all right. I feel, bald and Canadian? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Hang on. Let me do something. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that hair. Woo. Haven't seen that since the 90s. Look at that hair. Woo. This even supposes that Rich Cooper is listening right now. So I got a great meme in store for him. I got a great one. I gotta wait. I saw a picture of him. Was it Instagram? See, Rich Cooper don't know this about him, but he'll post himself some pictures. And you're like, oh, that's so meme worthy. I could totally make a meme out of that. But anyway, getting back to the requester's question. And then, yeah, it's just marketing. It's marketing. You got to spend the money on the right guys, the right people to make sure that you get a positive return on investment. Like Terrence Pop, almost guarantee you're going to get a positive return on it. You will get more money back than what you invest in Terrence Pop for advertising. Radio, God almighty. I remember my first book I did Behind the Housing Crash, and I spent advertising on AM 1500. Oh, fuck no. You don't do anything boomer, anything old school, anything analog. No. No. Oh, fucking no. No. Oh, fucking no. And that's it. That's really what it is. The main thing is that you just go write the damn book. And if you write a good book, and like Adam Piggott did this to me. He's like, look, you dumbass, you really need to read this book. And I'm like, who is this fucking tard out of Australia? He's probably having sex with kangaroos and riding a crotch rocket across Australia to meet a girl because he's a cuck. But then I read, and he implored me, like he implored. I'm like, all right. And it is a mandatory book. Now it ranks up there with The Way of Men, The Rational Male, Bachelor Pad Economics, and all the other amazing books that you should read, which are all mine. Everybody else is fucked up, but you should read my books. Those are really, really, really important. So there you go. All right, so that's Chris. Anything else on the super chats? Rahul, for 100 rupees. I am a truly evil person to enjoy watching. Am I a truly evil person to enjoy watching other people suffer? No, you're not. Were these people stupid or evil or both? Like, look, it's the same philosophical genetics of the question. I vote Republican, but I qualify for government aid. Should I take it? You absolutely fucking should. You voted the right way. You voted against your own financial interests. You voted morally, but if society is going to give you the fucking money, you've done your moral part. Now take advantage. Hey, I was a great guy at one time, and I did this, and I did that, and these girls all stood me up. Now is it moral of me to pay a girl on the, not Insta chat, what the hell is the seeking arrangement? Yes, go. Look, did you make your money? Did you do whatever? And the girls are going to the finger snap. Everyone, it's got to get it. Like, okay, you tried. Did you show up on time? Did you do the right thing? No, it's okay. Go pay for it. Yes, there's nothing morally wrong. Go do. So when you've done the right thing and you've lived the right path, which by the way gives you a great solace in life, you could fall asleep. It's wonderful. It gives you serenity and calm. And you tried your best. You did what was right, the best you could. Not to sound like a boomer. I did the best with the knowledge I had. I let a man inseminate me, and even though I didn't really think about it, then we got divorced. No, you're not evil. You're a good man. Look, good people are allowed to have enjoyment. You're not supposed to be this stoic Scandinavian, like, oh, that's suffering. Or these fucking holier than thou Christians were like, oh, I don't like to see people. I love seeing people suffer. I like the fact we killed that Iranian general who's trying to fuck shit up over in Iraq. I like that. I like seeing the girls who are not grade A, weapons grade Quantahahas back in the day who were arrogant and cocky. I like to see them fat and single moms now. I love it. I love seeing people who are evil and try to parasite off of me because that's what they fucking are. There's no opinion. I like seeing welfare bums be miserable and pissing away their lives. I like seeing the asshole over. There's a guy on Instagram, Lou. I think his name's Lou. I'm following him now. Bacon got me to follow him at thegoddamnbacon.com, by the way. So Lou posts these pictures. He lives in San Francisco, and it's pictures of people in encampments and tents and shitting in the streets and shit on the streets. It's like, I love seeing that because these motherfuckers keep voting to take more and more of my life away. Not my money, my fucking life, because I got to give up my life to get the fucking money to pay for the fucking food so I can fucking eat. So I can be an independent, strong, independent guy, you know, a real self-supportation guy. A true American, and these guys got to parasite 40% of my fucking money off of me. I love seeing bad people suffer. I love seeing stupid. I love seeing liberal arts majors who fucking vote in more of my enslavement, have to fucking work some shit-ass job and have like this harsh awakening, this rude awakening that they're not brilliant, they're not smart, they're fucking nobodies working some fucking shit-ass job they could have done at 14. You enjoy other people suffering. That's your entitlement. That's your right. That's your birthright. Anybody today who's a producer and not a parasite, that is their birthright. There's their joy to watch these miserable motherfuckers suffer because they're too fucking lazy to work or they're too stupid. So when Tina gains 80 pounds and rejected you whenever, college, high school, in your 20s, I know one in particular. I know one in particular. She's like, she was the hottest fucking thing I ever dated. And it was a very short date. It was one date. The best. I've told this story before. Now she's 250 pounds on a 5'3", 5'4" frame. And thankfully she brought some children into the world with a guy she's about to divorce or has divorced. Oh, you damn it. I feel bad for the kids. Absolutely feel bad for the kids. I like, and you know what? Here's another thing, Rahul. Have I been that stupid person? Have I been that evil person? Did I suffer? Yes, I did. I was evil. I was stupid. I was both at some times, and I did suffer, and I deserved that punishment because I was wrong. I was trying to cheat the system. I was just lazy, or maybe I just didn't consider other people, and I paid the price. But no one's truly good. No one except Jesus, I guess, apparently. All of us have fucked up. All of us have been evil or lazy or both at some time. And we have all paid the price and we know it. It's important that we recognize that. But yes, God Almighty, you are not an evil person when evil or stupid or both people suffer. Abso-fucking-lutely enjoy it. Absolutely. All these assholes who need government bailouts because they live paycheck to paycheck and no 7 years feast, 7 years famine. Oh, I love watching them. I love watching that. Like, oh, must suck to be you because you're a motherfucking piece of shit parasite who keeps voting to take more of my money. And I had to work harder, work longer, work stronger, work more intensely to save up more money so that I'd actually have 7 years of reserves. And now you need me to bail you out. Well, you know what? That pisses me off that you're fucking parasite. You are truly parasiting off of me. But I'm going to enjoy watching you suffer God Almighty, think of the insanity. These people with their liberal arts degrees, And they think they're so fucking into it. And it's so old hat. I get tired of mentioning it because it's like, how many times is Aaron going to go over this worthless degree shit? Well, until people stop doing it. And now you get to see these sanctimonious millennial liberal arts majoring fucks thinking they were so smart and new, and they're poor. They po. He better, they po. He better, they po. He better depot. That'll be the salute for every Cappy Kappa. He better depot. Yep. No, so you have every right. Fanny Perry for £5 British. I think it's British. I don't know. Any other symbol that has that? It's got to be British pounds. Thoughts. Signed an offer before Corona. Decline now. Current company's stable compared to the one I've signed up for. Repercussion. Dude, stay with the stable company. Dude, Fanny, man. You stay with the stable company. I work for startups. No startups fucking work. None of them. That's a crapshoot. You take your money, you take the stability, you take your job, and you consult. You offer to consult on the side for the startup. You do not get, no, absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. You do not go with startups. Nope. Startups are what lazy dude bros want to do because they don't want to work. I got a business idea. Hey, I got this idea. All you engineering IT guys really smart. You do all the work for me. I make all the money because I'm in business. Fuck no. Jesus Christ. How many? Okay, there's Rahul. Fanny. Juan. For $2. Filling out my truck went from 85 to 50. I know. Yeah, I got a truck too. I think it's a 20-gallon tank. So it's like gurgle, 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 gurgle. I go drive around, smoke my cigar. It's great. It's great. Hey, Kevin's back. Our resident punching boy socialist. For $5. Betsy DeVos paying protesters, proving the ruling class care about their bottom line than the rest of it. Is Betsy DeVos really paying protesters? Is she? Is she, or are people just sick of it? I don't know what protest. Are we talking the Michigan protests? The ruling class care about their bottom line. Yes, the ruling class does care more about their bottom line than the rest of you. What obligation does the ruling class or anybody else have to you to care about your interests over theirs? Kevin, do you care more about your bottom line than mine and everybody else listening? You should. And I don't fault you for that. It's called independence. It's called self-supportation. Yes. Now, if this is true, which it's not, Kevin, come on. Betsy DeVos is paying people to protest. The ruling class cares more about their bottom line. Yes, they do. Yes. Why should I care about your bottom line? I mean, I hope you don't starve or die. But if Aaron, do you care more about your bottom line or Kevin's bottom line? I care more about my bottom line, and I hope Kevin cares about his bottom line to take care of it. What's this obligation the ruling class or anybody else for that matter has to other people? And what's this rest of us? Is it like the 2%, those rat bastards? Man, we got to do the 99%. Well, why doesn't the 99 fucking percent go take care of itself? What do you need the 2% for? They're not supposed to care about you, Kevin. I mean, they shouldn't hate on you. Now, grant you this. They should discriminate. They shouldn't hate on. This is why I'm like, if I was ever President Cappy, I would have anti-nepotism and anti-corruption and cronyism laws. I would crack the fuck down on that shit. Oh, Goldman Sachs, hey, all your guys seem to come from the same school, from the same guy. Isn't that interesting? Would you like to be nationalized? Huh? Okay. I'd be a people's, oh man. Don't think I'm some crony capitalist. I'm not. I'm meritocratic. Oh, the Ivy League? Hey, how you guys doing? That's some nice property and a nice endowment you got there. We should distribute that to poor people who go major in engineering. Come on over here. Let's talk, Chancellor. Juan Navarro for $2. In Tennessee, my bike fills up for less than the super chat. Yeah. I have the motorcycle out too, even with premium. It's like, how much? Oh. Scott Ludke for $5. With new car sales down, do you think they will bring back cash for clunkers like program? Many dealerships, 0 down payment and a few months free. No, this is going to be over in a month, guys. It's going to be over in a month. I don't think Trump, I think it's a personal thing. Obama, well intended. I don't doubt the intention of that man. Just a Marxist, misled, uninformed, ignorant dipshit. I don't care what his IQ is. I mean, that's a brilliant idea of like, well, here's this great engine. Like he was a smart man, but we fed it the worst shit ever in terms of fuel and its performance was shit. Oh, wow. I can't help it that he was brainwashed into socialism. I just can't. So an idea like cash for clunkers would appeal to Obama. Trump, I don't think so. I think Trump be like, why would we get rid of perfectly good cars for poor people? I just, why? Is there more cars without this program? Okay, well then let's keep the price of cars low. I was pissed because I remember back in the day, I was Poe, he better. I'll be Poe, he better. And I'm like, why are they? Now, thankfully, I did find some good deals though. The bid. Don't tell me. Really? Can we? Send me those libraries. I'm going to demand they take them down. I don't want them. Rick Johnson for $2. Advice for a 24-year-old balding without effective testosterone. You get shaved, man. That's it. If you're, I mean, how bad is it? I mean, you could go ahead and fight it best you can. I mean, maybe the technology comes by, but just shave it. Richard Cooper up. That's what I would do. Nothing wrong with bald. What I know gals claim they don't like bald. Dude, if you're jacked and you're in shape, girls don't care if you're bald or not. Josh Landrum, 2013 Honda Civic or 2015 Honda Elantra. Whatever is cheaper and has low miles. Those are brand spanking new cars, Josh. I'm not joking. That's too pricey. You should be able to find something a lot cheap. I don't even have a car that cheap. The only car that new. The only car I have that new, is it a 2015? And the only reason I got it because it was in a rollover accident and it was salvaged. So it's a salvage title. But very low miles, by the way. Neither. Go find something cheap. What is it? What are the prices, Josh? Give me the mileage. Juan for $2. I'm Lou. Oh, that's you. That's you, Juan. I thought it was a black dude. Okay. Dude, keep posting those pictures. Keep posting those pictures because it's hilarious. Rahul for 100 rupees. Someone today called me an unempathetic sociopath. I kind of took it as a compliment. You should. You should. What are they? Look at their lives. I bet you if we looked at this person's life, they're losers. They're not as good shape as you. I don't mean physically. I'm talking financially, life-wise. Oh, God darn it. Got more. Why does society discriminate against single men? I don't think they discriminate consciously against single men. I think it's because single men have money. That's where it is. Like if you have kids, you get all these discounts and tax write-offs. If you're married, I think there's some write-offs or something like that. It's more socialism and people wanting other people to pay for shit. And single men on a per capita basis make the most money. It's more our tax system, I'd say, than anything else. So if you're a single dude, you probably make good cash. You don't have a lot of expenses. You don't have to buy your shoes or your crap and your clothes. And then I'm just trying to think. And you don't have any deductions. It's not personal, if that makes any sense. It's envy. He's got money. Why does he have all this money? Look at this guy with all that money. Look, you're going to be married one way or another. You're either going to pay your wife directly because you're married to her, or you're going to pay taxes to single moms through the government. I have plenty of children I support. Plenty. All the single moms out there. Ronan Boyle for $2. Captain, what are your bank jobs you've done before? I was predominantly an analyst. I was an economist, an analyst. senior analyst, and a banker at one time, but they said, don't do any banking. I'm like, okay, what am I here for? And that's why that bank got shut down. But yeah, the vast majority of my work, if not all of it, was analyzing risk, either the individual loans or the economy or the local market. So that's what I did. It wasn't anything sexy or exciting, but it did provide insight. I could predict the housing bubble. Juan for $2. Kevin and Karen holds hands and salute USSR anthem. What? You mean our buddy anthem? Not anthem. And salute the USSR anthem? Who's Kevin? Is Kevin like the soy boy that's the married to Karen? All right, Josh. Private seller. 5,505 mileage. Oh, the price is 5 to 5,000 mileage. It's not bad, Josh, but you can do better. I got a car with 40,000 for 5,000. That's and for that new of car, it's not bad. You could do worse. You could do worse. That's not a bad deal. It's not a bad deal. But did you follow my technique where you go online, you set your range to the entire United States, and you find the cheapest car possible, and then maybe you and your buddy do a road trip? It's not the worst. No. They're putting our health at risk of getting richer. So what? What obligation? Let's take the richest guy ever. I don't know. Is that Bill Gates? Is that Bezos or whoever? What obligation is Jeff Bezos's to your health? Why is your health his responsibility? They're not putting your health at risk. They're making money. How does what's his name? Bill Gates. How does him making money put your health at risk? You are owed nothing by these people. The rich are not your punching boys because everything goes wrong. It's the rich. I mean, I remember this back when I was a child. These dopey, dumbass, blue-collar boomer folks. Oh, the white-collar, rich get richer, poor get poor. It's like, actually, no, you dumb son of a bitch. Everybody's getting richer. Everybody's standards of living are going up. You're just a lazy union fuck. But nowadays, the union guys are actually one of the few working guys in the Democrat Party. So I don't know. Have they kicked them out fully? Thoughts on medical malpractice caps, 250,000 max in California. I don't know. I don't know. Like, you can only sue a doc for $250,000. Maybe. I don't know. What if someone's in immense pain? I'm really ignorant about this segment of the world or legal practices in medicine. Dane's back with $15. If you're interested, I would pay handsomely for a show with you and Terrence Pop, 150 to 200 clams. You know what would be great? You pay me all the money and I don't tell Terrence. I just get, he probably would try, because he's been on the show before. Me and Terrence Pop come on, like, hey, Terrence, come on. Hey, yeah, everybody. I just pocket all the money. Yeah, we probably could. It's not, and I appreciate the offer, and I would gladly take the money because I'm a whore. The problem is Terrence is real busy. He's got his own stuff going on. I mean, a lot of people are, why can't you and this guy get together? Why can't you and this guy? It's because we're all busy with our own stuff, and you never know. Like, for example, who could we use as an example? Pop. Well, let's use Pop as a. Pop is great on his own, but he gets really shy when he's in a group of people. He becomes actually quite reserved. There's nothing wrong with that. But you think you're going to, no, gonorrhea. He's not going to be that same guy if he comes on a show, because I think it is because he's respectful. It's like, oh, this is somebody else's show. I'm going to let them leave. I'm not going to do my act. So just because you're in your own environment, you get to see people do your own thing. Now, who's really easy to have on the show is what's his name? Rollo Tomasi, because he He's very cool, very stable, very consistent. And whether he's on one show or another, he's always Rolo. And he's a very good conversationalist, so you can interact with him. So Rolo would be a great guy. But yeah, I mean, if you want, I'd have to be honest with Pop. I'd have to let him, look, I made $200 and here's your 100. He's got a book out too. I gotta go read that book. Elliot in SEMA for $10. Just because, brother, supporting our brave. Well, thanks, Elliot. I appreciate it. What is that? Is that oh, yeah, it's a motorcycle helmet. You got your U.S. flag. What is that? Is that a Cuban flag? Puerto Rican flag? What do you got there? Yeah, it's about time to go break out the motorcycle. I've become very weak, very, very pathetic with weather. I have not been taking out my motorcycle that much. It's like, it's not 70. It's not sunny out. And I was thinking about maybe taking a motorcycle ride to Vegas just to fight off this coronavirus. And I looked at the temperatures. I'm like, no, I'm not driving through 45 degrees in Nebraska. Not going to happen. I presume you mean by breed, you mean motorcycle rider. Kevin, $1.99. They're putting us at risk by opening too early. Well, then don't shop there, Kevin. What is this? Where you got to explain the socialists. Are you like little mignonette puppets and the rich people just make you decide things? I mean, when do you own your own shit? Like, I've never understood this. Like, I don't hate Bill Gates. I don't look at Warren Buffett or Jeff Bezos or Vladimir Putin or Carlos Slim and say, those guys are forcing things on. No, they're not. If anything, I'm happy for them. I'm happy Carlos Slim made billions of dollars. I'm happy Warren Buffett made an investment. I'm happy that Jeff Bezos sells it and he makes billions well, he doesn't make billions. He's worth billions. There's a difference. What is your hard-on hatred for rich people? So what? They open early. You don't have to go. They're employing people at the same time. I mean, is it that close-minded, that myopic? You don't get this? What about the poor people that rely on Berkshire Hathaway to open their business? What about the poor people that have jobs that work for Carlos Slim? I can't help it that these guys put their money very wisely early on and invested it so that they have these capital gains and this wealth they have today. But at the same time, they're employing people. Without it, what are you going to do, Kevin? You going to employ anybody like Carlos Slim? You going to employ anybody like Warren Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway? Always bitching. Always bitching. Always finding an excuse for your dumbass mistakes or majoring in stupid shit, spending money you didn't have, having kids you can't afford on the rich. Or the isms. Oh, the penis. Oh, the white melanin. Or wait, is it the absence of melanin? Whatever makes people's skin white. Oh, it's that. No, it's not you being a dumbass, making dumbass decisions, is it now? DeLon for $2. Kevin, I swear to God. Hey, we got to be easy. Not easy, but we have to respect. He pays. Have you guys, I'm going to defend Kevin now. Do you guys know any socialists that pay money? I mean, he's putting his money where his mouth is, all right? He's got every right. I got respect for Kevin on that. I'm serious. Every other fucking socialist, I used to do this back in the day. I'm like, how about I bet you $5 you're wrong? And we base it on these statistics. Every one of them cowered away. Every one of them. But Kevin puts his money where his mouth is. You got to give him credit on that. Mando Jr., we're all oppressed. Freemasons control everything. Yes, it's the Jews. Hang on. Is this a real girl? Or is this just a troll? Denise DeShell. What's with the women? Who is watching the door? Atham's not here. Hang on, I'm going to have to explain the responsibility of you Latino listeners. All right, look, if Atham isn't here because on the freak instance, he might actually be sleeping and taking a rest, I'm relying on Juan number 1, Juan number 2, and Ramos. I'm relying on all you guys to watch the door. Now, there's a girl in the chat room and gave us $10. $10. I slipped in. Oh, my gosh, it's horrible. But somebody's letting a pretty girl into this room, and you guys weren't watching the door. All right, Denise DeShell for $10. Good morning, Aaron. I love all that you do, and I'm thankful that your brand hasn't ceased to exist. Left out. Where can I purchase your How Not to Become a Millennial book? Oh, well, it's not my book now anymore. I sold it to Vince Barrick, and you can find that on Amazon.com. And it should be coming out an Audible book pretty soon as well. And where can you put it? Well, thank you. That's just a general. I thought you had more of a question. Thank you, Denise. Very nice to hear from a pretty girl, even though no one's watching the door. And now the He-Man Woman Haters Club has gone to shit. See, guys? Now there's women here. Now they're going to ask us to clean and pick up shit. Now we're going to have to do dishes, or we're going to have to do something. David Sutman Jr., $5. Can we expect an audible version of How Not to Become a... Yes. It's... if so, when? Easier to listen when driving than read. Yeah, I understand, Dave. Amazon, for whatever reason, will Audible, which is a separate company, I guess, or subsidiary. They are taking their sweet ass time. They have gone way up in terms of quality control, and now it's choking off production. And today, well, let's take a look. It is a month yesterday that Vince submitted the book. We took Audible. And they said it was going to be 30 days, but the longer it is, the longer it's going to take. And you just assume people are going to fuck up, guys. It's just a general rule. They say a month, it's going to be a month and a week or 2 months. How not to become a millennial. It's not up yet. It's not up. I may see if Vince, there's other platforms we could do it on. He's old and he doesn't, I do all the technology. I do everything for him, basically. There might be a way to, another format to put it on. But they've said, oh no, we're going to, they listen through all of it. They listen through it all for audio quality, for enough gaps in time in between. And then if it doesn't come out right, then they delay it another month. So it could be like Redbubble, where they've made it so difficult to work with them. You're going to go with another platform. And we might do that. I mean, Roosh, of all people, is an expert at that, where you just cut out the middleman. Like, here's a platform, you can download it, pay the money. And I've done that with Roosh's book, Dear Lady, I think was his book that I listened to. Where are we? David Sutman. Did I skip over this? Joe Jones. Shekels in honor of Brian Dennehy, sheriff in Ram. Did he die? Oh, Brian Dennehy passed away. Oh, April 15th. Yeah, he was okay. Brian Dennehy passed away. It's too bad. My mom had the hots for him. She's like, he's just a big cuddly guy. I'm like, Brian Dennehy? I'm a kid at the time. I'm like, why him? And Sam Elliott, holy shit. You want to see boomer women get wet. You want to see a boomer woman kill her own kids. You mentioned Sam Elliott, because here's what you don't know about Sam Elliott. All of us young people, X and younger, we all think Sam Elliott is, the dude, or the guy on Tombstone. Long gray hair, mustache. You look him up in the 60s. He was in Mission Impossible. Dude is a good looking man. And I could see I could see why my mom would kill me for Sam Elliott. But then he hides it behind his thing and his stuff and his mustache. But all these old baby boomer women, you ask them about Sam Elliott, they'll be like, I'll murder my husband. I'll kill my children. I'll worship Moloch if I can to get Sam Elliott. David 128 for $5. Lycus used to take it as a compliment when people call him an asshole. I agree and do the same when people call me an asshole. It's because the majority of people are fucking shit. I'm being deadly. I'm not being haha funny, edgy. Most people are inferior, parasitic pieces of shit. And you're not doing anything right until society hates you. Seriously, you're a nerd. People picking on you. You're probably doing something right. You're writing stuff, people, you're getting banned. You're not really an intellectual or saying anything intelligent until you go into Facebook jail. I did this post of, it said, and it had the UPS symbol. It says ups. And then there's Greta Thunberg next to it, implying she had Down syndrome. That got me in jail for a day. It's like, go fuck yourself, Facebook. You're not worth shit unless society hates you. That's how simple it is, because you're not doing anything right. Kevin McCormick, keep the economy closed, pay everyone $2,000 a month. Well, and what? Hyperinflate everything away? Why didn't we do? Why not just keep the economy closed forever, Kevin? Why open it? Why work? Let's just print off more money. Denise Shill. Oh, we already did that one. Okay. That was a little bit. There's David. All right. Now I'm back on Sam Whiskey. I guess this year Main Street won't have the Chinese-made American flags for the 4th. I'm really curious. I'm actually optimistic about the future of the U.S. economy. There might be some manufacturing coming back here. We could actually make them made in America. It won't be shit. Sam Whiskey. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Scott Lutke. Life's too short to worry about other people's money. Yeah. Like, what's that like? Always trying to lobby and canard people's money out of them. What's that like? Like, it's so much easier just to go make your own damn money. Sam Whiskey for $5. Hey, Cappy, what are your thoughts on used Kia and mileage would you recommend? The Kias, you always got to get that timing belt done. I lost a car like that because I didn't do the timing belt because no one told me. Kias are great. I love Kias. They're great. But you got to get that timing belt done. You have to. Otherwise, it's an impact motor. If the timing belt goes, your engine's shot, and it's a Kia, so no one's going to. Then you got to get a new car. I love Kias. I had a Kia Rio for the longest time, and it did great. God almighty. All right. Sam Whiskey for $2. Being rich is the best. Well, yeah. Do you want to be poor or do you want to be rich? Which one? I love it how all the poor people hate the rich, but then they want to be rich. Well, then wouldn't you be hating yourself? Women, they hate men, but they want to be men. Why do women hate being women so much? What's wrong with being pretty and effeminate and nice and kind and supporting with big tits, long hair, and long legs? What is wrong with that? I ain't got to show you I'm a better man than you are. Have fun ruining your life, sweetheart. I've never wanted to be like, I got to be equal to a woman. I got to get in my sensitive side and, I don't know, get cranky. Oh, I mean, how fun do you think it's going to be to hang out with Sheryl Sandberg? Honest to God, what a fucking riot she must be. Ronan Boyle for £2 British. Why don't you buy Royal Caribbean Cruises, Captain? Because I don't want to. I bought into the market. Okay, let me explain. I'll be honest with you. The real reason is I don't want to take the time to set up a stock account that allows me to invest in individual stocks. I go through Betterment. It's index investing, and that's all I want to do. My time isn't worth it. Could I make a lot of money? Sure. But sometimes, man, it's just I do enough work every day that I don't want to do this added extra stuff. Like writing books is extra stuff. Writing posts, extra stuff. Podcasts, it all adds up. And then you're inevitably at the point where it's like, no, I don't want to do any more work. I don't care what the profit is. I make enough money. I'm a minimalist. I don't want to set up a stock. And you know why? Here's another reason. Because I'm going to have to fucking deal with it on my taxes. I'm going to have to take extra time, fucking look shit up, username, password. Oh, I forgot. Oh, no, you can't use that as a username. Oh, you can't use symbols. You can't use numbers. It has to be this. Fuck it. It's like Redbubble. Like I spent an hour and a half fucking setting up Redbubble, and now I can't use the image that I want. It's like, fuck you. I'm done. I don't want to invest in you people anymore. Not you personally, Ronan, but companies. Kuristofa 99 for $5. Opinion on the stock market, crude oil. Which companies will benefit from the coronavirus tomorrow and next year? Well, that's going to be more than $5. I think the stock market, I don't know. What is the stock? I don't even know what it is at. I bought Dow Jones Industrial Average. Where are we at? All right, let's take a look at the 5-year. It is, it came up a little bit. It's a little bit down. It's still 20% cheaper than it was before. I mean, dollar cost averaging. I mean, if you got some money you can afford to lose, toss it into the market. You're buying stocks cheaper than they were beforehand. Crude oil, I don't pay attention to the oil market. I know it's cheap. Which companies will benefit from the coronavirus tomorrow and next year? I think online education will benefit tomorrow. I think I don't know. I really haven't. Back in the day, I was an economist, guys. I was an analyst, and I was barely paid enough to make it worthwhile. And now I'm not. And back then, they didn't even, when I reported what I found, they didn't want to hear it. They yell at me. They try and get me fired. They try and discipline me. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. The market looks that way. What would you like me to tell you the market is saying right now? And now I'm not even paid to do it, so I don't really care about the economy. David 128. Why stop at 2,000? Let's make it 9,000, maybe 12,000. Dude, $1 billion for everyone. We'll make everyone billionaires. Everyone will be billionaires. Even the Zimbabweans, like they hold up their $1 trillion Zimbabwean dollar and mock and ridicule it. Even they have more economic knowledge than your average American, or in Kevin's case, Canadian. Sam Whiskey. Oh, I already hit that one. Did I get all of them? I got all of them. All right, let's take a break. I'm going to go to another asshole consulting thing. We'll fire that up next. You guys got questions? Cappy's got answers. assholeconsulting.com. If you wanted more than just these little, short quips on super chats. If you had something more involved, it's something like, you know where to go. Hang on, I'll be back. Just so you guys know, to know this is for a good cause, all proceeds, all super chat donations go to me. I'm kind of curious what everybody's budget is, but my budget, I don't know about you guys. My budget has been groceries and gas. That's it. And it's like I'm going to the high-end deli now, even though they package it up in a. Oh, by the way, I have a listener who goes to one of my favorite delis, my favorite high-end grocers. He works there. I can't mention who because I don't want him to get fired. But yeah, like that's the treat. Like, oh wow, look at this. And here's okay. One of the few luxuries I afford myself is good food. But if you ever, I think you've made it. If you're looking for something philosophical, like you don't want your Ferrari, you're okay driving your dumpy truck around. But if you can afford a daily meal at a high-end grocer or a high-end deli, I think that's how you made it. I think that's a minimalist's luxury where you can afford a high-end grocer sandwich. Like, oh man, and this guy, I can't tell you where because I don't want to bust. I don't want him getting fired. But this grocery store has the best freaking food. And they got the best sandwiches and the best sushi and the best this and the best that. Oh, it's wonderful, wonderful. And so that's where the money really goes. And gas, and then cigars, which I still get at Total Wine. because that's the only place selling cigars right now. And I drive around my truck and smoke a cigar. Okay, we caught up on super chats. Looks like we are good. All right, let's get to the next question. There's a guy called Big Balloons. He wants me to read, not read. He just wants me to. We're not going to do it now, but just to show you what my life is like. Aaron, if I paid you, would you do a YouTube video talking about being squished or stuck behind a ginormous or extremely big comfy balloon? Here's a video and a photo attached. The picture is art made from someone else, but I thought it would help you know what I mean. He paid $75 for me to tell, and I will pontificate what it's like to be smushed behind a big but comfortable balloon. But we're going to set that aside on the orange one. Brian Strong, everybody check your spam folder. I do respond to all emails. This guy hasn't responded, so I'm going to delete it. Yeah, that's only been a Clary test. Leopold, I will get to your, I want to do that separately. Okay, so this is from Sean. Sean just, this is in the subject line. I'm seriously considering giving you $50 as a PSA to harp on how important minimalism is. And secondly, getting more than one source of income in these coming years. Problems in the economy. We'll let you know. All right, well, let me know when you send me the $50. Okay, here, Ravi. All right, Ravi. Let me send Ravi the email. All right, what time is it? It is 1:51. Ravi has been very patient. He's been waiting a long time. At the 1 minute 52 mark. 1 hour, sorry. Okay, so let's get to Ravi's question. Ravi writes, hey, Captain Capitalism, you may or may not remember me from back in the fall of 2016 about my charisma question, but I still follow what you do. As the title states, I'm at a crossroads in life. I'm about to take my financial risk management exam. Your opinion on it, no matter how harsh, is worth it to me in October, and I hope to become a risk analyst or a trader for a large commodities firm using that designation. It seems pretty rigorous, involving lots of statistical analysis, but I don't know how much these companies value it because they never mention their risk department at their office/industry/customer events. Furthermore, on the dating front, I've had more success with girls from when I last emailed you. Sure. Okay, good. However, you were right about the fact that there's always a catch. My parents, East Indian, are pitching this girl that seems pretty accomplished, law plus business degree, but I don't know if she will like coming here to Canada since she's used to living in India. Is it right for me to take the financial risk exam path? And would you recommend me to help this girl immigrate, or should I move on and find someone else? My apologies for the long questions, but I'll pay it since you're worth it. Regards, Ravi. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Now it's too late. Hopefully there's a lot of Ravis in India. There's nothing wrong. No, there's nothing wrong with you taking the financial risk exam. That's fine. And I'm going to assume you've already invested in your education to this point that this is a certification. So it's not like you're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars in years of your life to go get a master's in finance, which I'd advise against. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with taking that exam. Nothing wrong studying for it. It'll be a feather in your cap of your resume, and hopefully it will qualify you for a career. I'm generally against working in finance in general because it's corrupt, it's nepotistic, it's cronyistic, it's salesman dude, bro. If anything, I'd be doing accounting. But if, some people do make it, and if you're already there and you're taking an exam, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being an analyst or a trader Absolutely not. If you get into more of the mathematics wonky, statistical type of stuff like data analysis and becoming a quant, that's legit. But you have to have some really good statistical and finance skills and programming skills as well. So there's nothing wrong with that. For the girl, I had a couple other questions. Well, this is an interesting question because based on Western culture and civilization, you would be a fool not to date this girl at least a bit before marrying her and bringing her over to Canada. But the curveball is that you are from India, or at least Indian in culture, where arranged marriages are not uncommon, nor am I seeing empirical proof they're all that bad. One of my best friends lives from Bombay, and he had an arranged marriage and it's working. And it is. Oh, God, I miss him. He'd come to the United States regularly. Yeah, he got promoted. Now he's a big wig over in India. I guess I need to know more about you individually and what kind of culture you would want to be living for the rest of your life. And even more importantly, if you were to have children, which culture would you raise them in? Also, how much luck have you had dating Western women, whether white or not? I mean, raised in Western culture / mentally are Western. And how much energy do you have to tolerate that? Ba-da-ba, booty boo. It did end up in spam. He marked it as not spam. So please keep my residence anonymous. All right, I will. Feel free to mention you're from India. Okay. I've lived in the West since 2000, so I'm westernized that I think English and speak with an accent in my own languages. The two girls I've dated seriously after getting rid of my stutter were westernized Asians. And as for my success, about 9 out of 10 of the girls I've gone on dates via tongue end up being flops. Well, that's normal. That's industry. Yeah, 90% are going to be flops. The girl is from India and works a profession. We'll keep her anonymous. A legit profession in India with a degree that may have value in India, but not in the United States. She lives pretty much a Western lifestyle. She goes out for drinks, watches Netflix, and speaks English pretty well with only a slight accent. But it's traditional in her views about marriage and Hindu culture. We do talk via WhatsApp video, but there's a 12-hour difference. Oh, yeah, that's got to throw you guys for a loop. She seems pretty responsive when it comes to texting and does seem to like me and my amateur guitar playing. Do you play your guitar on the internet? Oh, how nice is that? How nice is that? See, yeah, and then the girl, oh, I can't find no good man. Like, he's playing guitar for her on the internet. Come on. However, I don't know how much of it is due to, oh my God, a foreigner with a cute accent loves me mentality that Indians are plagued with. She has a rosy view of Canada and the United States. I've told her the truth about living here, shoveling snow. Yeah, unless you're in the Himalayas, you got no snow. Doing all the housework as housemaids are expensive. Being a housewife is not an option due to said high taxes. Could this girl actually be the one trademark, or should I explore more options here at home? I do eventually want to get married and have kids, but I'm aware of how much of a risk it truly is. She isn't the one. My parents really want this thing to speed up. Yeah, well, fuck your parents. Okay, we had a conversation about Asian culture and your parents using their children as pawns because they want to feel good. So you do what's right for you. Just tell your parents to politely tell them to fuck off, which I don't know how you do, but kindly tell them. I don't want to regret it and have her divorce rape me. Should I continue courting her? Should I move on? Well, but you're not courting her. That's the whole thing. You paid. Ba-da-ba. Van. The most fun I've had is with backpacker chicks in Thailand. My makeup graduate. Yeah. I'm cheered for Ravi here. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, well, you're a statistics man. You're a finance man. You're looking at risk. Western women are shit. Okay, I'm just going to come out right and say, yes, there's some good girls. I know, but they are so fucking rare that it's just, and I'm sure you 9 out of 10, and you know, we don't have to go over this all again and watch and laugh at Chad Elkins' dating life or my other buddy Aaron's dating life. It's all funny to watch all these people suffer. It's shit. It's just shit. And also, additionally, without even addressing the quality of Western women, the risk of divorce and the legal and financial risk that comes with living in under a Western legal system and the laws that pertain to that, whether you're in Canada or the United States, is almost a non-starter. That's a deal breaker, to the point that I don't think any guy should be getting married in Western civilization at all. It's just not worth it. It's like, no, you're equal now, and we ain't need no government sit here, approve, stamp, and oh shit, if you don't like it, here's half my shit. So there's that legal risk there as well. But here's the other thing, and this is what I've noticed with East Indian buddies I've had, also Asian buddies, a Vietnamese buddy I've had, another Vietnamese buddy I've had, but Occidental. No, wait. Occidental is Western. Oriental. Sorry. Oriental is Eastern. Occidental is Western. Sorry. Oriental cultures, though not Far East, but Asian in general. There's a lot to be said for having a similar cultural background. And Western women are just not, especially at your age, they're not programmed to get married. They're not programmed to be wives. They're programmed to be confrontational. They're programmed to be careerists. They're programmed to be incubators of children, but not be mothers. They are not going to be a loving, supporting wife. They're just not programmed. Yes, I know, needle haystack. Know this girl, tall Asian, black guy, good at math. I know. I'm all aware of that. But what I've witnessed with my buddies who try to date Western women, and one buddy, he was fully American, Vietnamese in culture or ethnicity, but fully American, who was born and raised here. He still went back to the mainland or the home country to find himself a girl. I don't even think they're married yet, but there is a lot of, I don't know if we call it wisdom, but there's a lot to be said. There's a lot of commonality, conscious and unconscious, that you and this girl have in sharing Indian culture or Hindu culture, right? Religion as well. And watching my other East Indian buddy get married, arranged marriage, which originally I was kind of against because I was like, well, wait a minute, America, wave the flag, go shoot some AR-15s and kill communists. Or at least we used to. Now we celebrate them. It worked out. It worked out. So there's a lot more going on within cultures than what you and I are aware of here and living in Western civilization that leads to good, stable, familial relationships. And even though you've been in the West since 2000, you're fully Westernized, there are still going to be some, we could even claim genetic things. Like there's probably some genetic stuff going on unconsciously that we're unaware of, but certainly culturally, you being ethnically Indian and her being obviously Indian, I think there's some things playing to your advantage there. Now, let's be realistic and introduce a little bit of Western cynicism and anger and hatred, and nothing's going to work. You haven't even met this girl yet, man. And I think in one of our emails here, you're going to go visit her in fall. You'll be seeing her for a week maximum. That's you want to visit other places. Yeah, you got to visit her physically. That's a no-brainer on this one. She's a great candidate, but you're presenting this as like, oh my God, it's either this girl or nothing. No, it absolutely is not. I don't care what your parents are going to ignore your parents. Go hang out with her. Do you like her? You got to get boots on the ground. This digital shit, this romances going on online, that's not a real romance. I mean, I'm sure she's fine on the internet. That's great, but you got to meet her in person, and you're going to need to spend more than a week of time with her. And if this is going to be your wife, I think it's worth it taking some time off for work that you actually go and spend a month with her, or she comes and spends a month with you. I don't know how it's going to work with your respective careers, but yeah, man, this is like, you're talking marriage, and I'm like, you're still on Tinder. You haven't even met this girl. So completely remove your parents' force from this, their incentives and their pressure. Go back to India. Absolutely hang out with her. Spend some time with her. See how she is. But then you go back to Canada and no, you're not going to marry her. You're not. That's just because you don't know. You need to spend at least a couple months together. So either she's working in Canada or you go back to India and work and you figure this stuff out and you date and you court, or she takes some time off or you take some time off or whatever. But there's no way you can build a marriage on 1 week of meeting each other built on top of several months of dating, if you can even call it that, of a digital romance. So yes, go get your financial certification. That's a no-brainer. But this girl, I'm not saying get rid of her, but you really you need to vet women more. You need to spend more time. I wouldn't even date a girl seriously, just meeting her for a week. I'd be like, yeah, well, maybe we talk a little bit more and maybe we date. You need a longer courtship period is what I'm saying. A physical in-person courtship period. And that's not possible in a week of visiting. So not saying she's not the future Mrs. Ravi, but she's not that now. So let's do that. All right. And that is archived as well. Tom Fielding, please check your spam folder. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this one as well. Jack, take a look at your spam folder. Ray John wants a video response. I'm not going to do that because we have to do a video response. That guy never responds, so I'm going to jack up his prices and delete it. And Michael, please check your spam folder. Found you too late. That's the title of your email. Boom, there's one. Hey, let's read a happy email from Juan, our buddy Juan. Aaron, I'll try to keep it short and simple. I came across your YouTube channel 4 years ago today, and I couldn't be more thankful. Last year, I've made my first request, and it helped me out. It helped me out tremendously. Due to growing up in the hood and being around gangs, being shot at several times, Jesus, I've learned to be able to blend in with the normies. I always thought I was a dumbass for not attending college, but thanks to you, your content, and most importantly, your brutal honesty, I've avoided a six-figure bullet debt. Yeah, I mean, let me ask you this. How many millennials would gladly take a flesh wound, like a bullet flesh wound, versus have their student loan debt? But they were so smart. They so knew everything. They're so intelligent and educated. I love how the millennials say, okay, boomer. It's like, what, you think okay, millennial isn't like right around the corner? Like with your know-nothing bullshit? Oh, hey, you got some tattoos. Great for you. Your contest, that in itself is priceless compared to your fees and wisdom you provide in your books. Thank you very much, Juan. It is. I have no problem giving 100% guarantee rate of return. Not, I'm going to give you your money back. You bought the book. Fuck you. I got your money. Now go eat a bag of dicks. But if you read and follow my advice in my books, yeah, you're going to earn at least 10 times the amount of money back you spent on the book and the time you spend reading it. Prorated at your average wage, of course. Thank you very much. I know you've never met in person, but if we ever do cross paths, it would be cool to hang out. And even though you charge for your brutal honesty, I consider you a friend. Thank you. Well, thanks, Juan. Dude, there's you and another Juan. He's over in Anaheim, and we should all get together. It'll be the meeting of the Juans. But he's a geek. He's got his video games and comic book geekery. And I've always meant, like, I've been in Vegas, like, oh, I have to do shoot south on 15, and I never get around to it. So maybe we'll go do that. You know what? That goes into the book archive. That goes into the book. That was a very nice email. Actually makes me feel like I'm doing good. Cool. That guy took care of that. And I think we are all caught up with ass. Look at that. I did a podcast and I did asshole consulting. Aaron, how do you do it? You too can have schleppy hair and a hat and not shave or bathe and wear pajamas and have this luxurious life. Holy shit. 11 what? Okay, hang on here. Hang on. Just cleaning out email. Thank God most of it's spam. Music therapy. Tell me your recommendations. Too late. All right, those are legit ones. We're going to put that into the not junk mail. Oh, the work never ends, does it? I should not be complaining. I should be eternally grateful and thankful that I have this, and you Hanyakers donate money and pay me to give you advice how not to become a fuck up like me. Boo-da-boo, boo-da-boo, boo-da-boo. Are we done? Are we can Cap? Let me tell you about my day today. I'm gonna do nothing today, guys. This was it. This is all I was gonna do. I've contacted these people. I've contacted that people. Everything's taken care of. And I'm going to sit and watch TV. I'm going to watch maybe Hogan's Heroes. I'm going to play some video games. And I'm just going to sit and do nothing for the rest of the day. Take an entire day off. And if there aren't no more super chats, Cappy go, here's the ranks. The ranks for $5. Hey, it's lousy $5. Oh, someone gave me $5. I don't hope my dad's proud of me. He is proud of me. I just want his last thought to be, as he's dying, how does he get money? That's going to be my last thought. I'm going to be like, how the fuck did I get money? I think this is the most amazing thing ever. It's like, yeah, so this thing was created on the internet and the webs and the thing. What's the internet and the webs? Don't worry, you'll find out later. And you're just going to sit there in your pajamas with your dopey ass hat that you got for free, by the way, from Snowplow. And you're going to have your long hair. You're going to cut it later. And you're going to be like yelling at this thing, this plastic mechanical device. And they're just going to give you money. Really? Yeah, it's going to be your life. They're like, oh, so the shit I went through might actually pay off, huh? So ranks for $5. The fact that Ravi wants to get married in Canada is crazy. It's worse than the US. He should look up Dave Foley. Yeah. And Joe Rogan. Feminism rules Canada. Yes. Yes. Dave Foley, who was on Network Radio, the TV show. To give you the short version, Zaranks is correct on this. You young boys in Canada ought to pay attention in case you ever make it successful, which you can't because your pussy nepotist little premier or whatever you call him, he doesn't like success. He doesn't like success. Is he still president? Is he? Trudeau's still president, right? He's still, you got the pussy over there who sucks on daddy's dick. Like, anyway, so Dave Foley was at the height of his career when he was at News Radio doing a TV show in the United States. And then his wife divorced him then. And the alimony payments were like, okay, here's your income for the past 2 years. Here's what your alimony payments are. And I guess they weren't adjustable. And then the show got canceled and he didn't have any money, but he still had to make these payments. And so he ended up becoming, I think, like a refugee in the United States, where he just left. He's like, I can't make these payments. There's no money. Otherwise, he'd go to jail. And so at least in the United States, you could kind of work a little bit and make some ends meet. And I mean, that's just one example. But I'm just saying, in general, guys, in general, until women are going to support their man, and what do you want? How can I help? Let's say your name is Joe. Joe Blow. Until the wife or prospective wife comes and says, I want to be part of Team Joe Blow. How can I help Team Joe Blow out? Want to help you out. Until that happens, it's what can Team Joe Blow do for me? It's like, fuck no. There is no goddamn reason to bring in the state. I mean, if you want to get a religious ceremony, like have the Baptist pastor or the bishop, the priest, ordain it. Like, okay, fine. That's between you, me, and God. You don't bring the state into this shit. You don't. There is no godly motherfucking reason to get married today. None. Absolutely none. And when independent thought, women are equal, women are going to do okay. Well, when women start making the sentient choice to support you, as opposed, I mean, do you guys it's not even masked anymore. It's out in the open. It's like, what can you do for me? Are you gonna, he better, remember, he better do X, he better do Y, he better do that, he better we po. He better we po. And you're looking at, you gotta look like, wait a minute. One, you don't love me. Two, it's all about what do it's an economic exchange. Well, if that's the case, let's go to prostitution, which again, that's all it is. Cappy's fully endorsing because I don't see any difference. Until there's a woman, it's like, I hate to use the word subservient because that's it indicates slavery. But until she pitches in with you, like, I'm going to support you, I'm going to love you and take care of you, I'm investing in you, you are my life. Until that happens, no. Because it's all like, well, I didn't need one, and you better, and I have student loan debt, and I got to give them. It's like, yeah, no. Hell no. No. It's the new no. That's the men's answer is no. And terribly sorry, ladies. I'm older now, and I figured it out. I'm not expecting a 23-year-old girl coming through the brainwashing she's got to think pontificately about, oh, wow, what is the purpose of being life? Oh, it's love. It's other people and being selfless and sacrificing and putting somebody ahead of you and, leading and having a life together. Like, no, it really is this Machiavellian mercenary merchant. What are you going to bring to the table? What are you going to do for me? And it's like, fucking nothing, frankly. Because I don't need you. I'm just going to go over here and play with my Legos. And I just go hike and ride my motorcycle. And then I'm going to go fish. And then we're going to go watch some TV or read a book. But the fuck if I am going to literally put at risk half my waking, laborious life into your hands. Why am I no. You boys, you do not get. Every great once in a while, there'll be a girl who just adores you and wants to make you happy and sits and looks and says, okay, what is he doing? How can I make it easier? But and usually they want to have 18 kids. That's the paradox. That's the problem. Like, fuck, can we just eat food and not worry about starvation? But usually there's always going to be some kind of what's in it for me. It's like, yeah, that's the exact wrong foot to start on where it's an economic transaction. Are we done? Can I go free? There's a Ranks. Sam whiskey for $2. What do you mean? What is the clarity test? Where have you been? People test. They pay me money to go do a clarity test on like a public figure, a celebrity or public figure, or politician. Usually, it's a 4-question test. Did you major in stupid shit? Do you have any real world working experience? What are you doing now? And did you come from wealth? And it's a quick 4-question test inspired by Mark Dayton, our previous governor, where I'm like, if you are this spoiled little brat who's never worked a day in their life, you should not run for public office, and nor would I want to have a beer with you. That's the ancillary conclusion of the test. And I found it to be a very simple 4-question test as to whether or not people should run for office. So if you look at Nancy Pelosi, George Bush, both of them, frankly, Al Gore, any major politician, even Donald Trump, you look at these, if they've never worked or suffered in their life, they've never strived, they should not be running for public office. And that's the Clary test. And people who score really good on the Clary, like a 0 score is perfect. You want a 0 score. It's like golf. Are gangsters, successful musicians who like strived and avoided college and actually made it and worked hard. And then, dude, he's a sellout. Matt Baldoni's a perfect example. There's a guy who busted his ass off, didn't go to college. Well, he did go to college, but he didn't finish. Wisely so. So that's it. And if you want good government, you should have people that have a Clary test of 0. They may not pass the policies you want, but they'll be honest. The competent man for $2. What? No TV? Everyone has to work. No, I got TV. It's right over there. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not watching the Tiger King. No. I've even had people that I respect and look up to. My mentor, oh, dude, you got to watch Tiger King. No, When I gotta, then I don't gotta. Nope, not going to. When I see it pop up, that douchey looking guy with the fro, or not the fro, the mullet, no. Go watch some Hogan's Heroes. That's what I'm going to do. Christopher Anon for $5. Your dad does what you do, Aaron. He just does it in a church. You did not fall far from it. There's an irony there. Yes, there is a bit of irony there. Yes. Except I actually help people. Oh, zing. Anytime anybody wants to prove to me that Christianity is the right and only God, you let me know. Give me the empirical proof. But well, and yeah, I try to recruit several pastors to become podcast pastor. But no, it is you make a very poignant point there, Christoph. It is ironic that him and I, and it's not to have a dick comparing contest, but I got a bigger congregation than he ever would. How many people listen to you? There's a sad irony. Or maybe it's not sad. Maybe it's good news. But the advice we give here does help out people. It's much more practical. One of the many things I hate about Christianity is the sacrificialness, this like lying on your back and letting society gut you up because, oh, your future is in heaven. That's your real kingdom. And I remember, well, why don't we just kill ourselves? And I forgot what it was. Some grade A Quantaha teacher we had in Nazi school had an answer for why we shouldn't just kill. They're like, well, if we want to be with God, why don't we just kill ourselves and we could get there quicker? Very simple, logical, 3rd grade, 2nd grade logic. Because I'm like, oh, okay. And we believed it because we were 7 or 8. But unlike Christianity, well, can't even say that because Western Christian civilization did pretty much kick a lot of ass. There's a lot of good rules and laws to follow. And any religion provides order. I'll grant you that. And Christianity did have all the religions because, like, what, the Muslims are still fucking killing each other and fucking goats? Is that what's still going on? Is that what? That's still happening? Until Christianity got cucked, which you will see the downfall of Christianity. You will see it now as the downfall of Western civilization. But you cannot dismiss, if you ignore all the killing Europeans did against one another for Catholics or Protestants of the 100 Years' War, the 30 Years' War, World War I, World War. We got through all that. Hey, we put somebody on the moon. Look at the economic production. But it's all going to go away. All that being said, though, at least my quote-unquote religion helps people out in the here and now. And it truly is not racist or aracial. It like applies to everyone. It applies to women, too. Women just don't want to listen. They want to be lied to. Go to the Church of Oprah. She's over there telling you vagina, woman, strong, independent, liberal arts, heart, follow, money, Trump, orange man, bad. This you go. Go become like Oprah. No, seriously, we do help out a lot of people here. I can't say a lot of people. The people that tune in, we help out. Yes. By the way, if you didn't know, don't have kids you can't afford. And good night, everybody. It's so sad. It could be boiled down. This entire thing that I've ever done, my entire life's work, Don't have kids you can't afford. Don't commit no crimes. Don't major in stupid shit. Don't spend more than you make. I mean, really, these 4 rules right there. That's it. That's this whole entire thing with a lot of panache and entertainment and super chats. Cappy has Legos. No, I don't have Legos. Are we done? There's Judd. Judd's got a donation. Oh, maybe. Oh, there it was. $5. True equality involves mandatorily requiring females to also enlist for the draft and retroactively drafting older females. They strong, they better. We are so far from equality in terms of equality. Contrary, the exact opposite of equality of women think they're not equal. Women have it so good in this world. They are so pampered and spoiled. I have never... Well, I mean, I've only been alive as long as I've been alive, but in history, I've never seen society bow down and worship a group of people as much as this, where everything is made super easy. You're giving every possible advantage, and even the people who are successful still claim that they're oppressed. When it's like, dude, you don't have to go to war. You don't major in stupid shit. And because the other half of the population wants your pussy, they will keep this facade and lie up so that you grow up in this echo chamber thinking you're oppressed. When this is why I love, she's a saint. She's a saint, Jessie Price. The Saint Price, who is a real mechanic, real woman, real Rosie the Riveter that works on a fucking oil rig. Bashed up knuckles. She sent me pictures of more blood than I care to admit. That's a real woman. All the women out there who are doctors and nurses, and there's a contingent. They're engineers, they're accountants. God bless them. But they are the minority, and the ones that are complaining the most are these lazy, parasitic, spoiled, can't say it, fucks that just they don't even know how pampered they are because no one kicked their ass into the real world. No one. And yeah, if you wanted equality, and it's coming, it is coming, then just aren't participating with women anymore. They're not getting married. They're not dating. They're like, we're abandoning corporate America. Okay, girls, you have corporate America. It's all about politics. Forget profits. See how long that lasts. See how long that lasts. And this is too much to ask of women, but when men are just like not committing to them, like, I'm not going to get married because of legal reasons, but, well, we can have kids, but I'm not going to, I mean, are you picking up on that, gals? Is that, guys aren't committing to you? And why should you got the government? Government's taking care of you. Women don't need us anymore. You really don't need no man, fish, bicycle. So now we have this new world and have fun with it. Have fun. What are you going to, Space Ghost. Heard Terrence Pops over there. Everybody want to go watch the Space Ghost? I prefer Venture Brothers, but and Archer. But that's just me. They better. I guess the most extreme example of that would be within the black community, where the black women are pissed off that black men are dating non-black women. Go after the white gals, but Latinas or anyone like, why are you doing that? Like, gee, I can't imagine why, lady. Your 250-pound entitled ass. Why would the black man be looking for greener pastures? And for once, the grass actually, well, not much. The grass actually is a tinge greener on the other side. Just a tinge. There's still a lot of brown dying blades of grass on the other side. It's not a panacea over here. It ain't no land of Canaan, but just a twinge better. And he better. All right. We're done. All right, cool. Just double checking. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. If you have questions, Cappy has answers. Or if somebody needs a swift kick in the ass and you don't have the balls to give it to them, send them to assholeconsulting.com. And that's it. We're out of here. I'm going to go sit on my ass, watch some cartoons or some movies. And I kicked a lot of ass today. Oh my goodness. Look at all the production. Oh yeah, books. Okay, buy that book. Get this book. Go buy this book. Give it to some millennial dipshit. Get this book too, all of you dumbasses out there. Even though I call you dumbasses, you're actually very highly intelligent. And I'm not saying that to kiss your ass. You all probably were nerds in school and you didn't do well socially or whatever else. And it's not the hid-to-hid-to-his or the social anxieties. You got too fucking high of an IQ. Most people are fucking morons. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.